Hi there, and welcome to Mission Think, a free online platform that aims to democratise education and make information about our society free and accessible. Today's video is a step-by-step guide on how a piece of national legislation is made in Australia. The first and most important stage of creating a piece of legislation is developing an idea or identifying an issue that needs addressing within society. In Australia, these ideas will generally arise where a cabinet or a minister, by virtue of its department, recognises that regulation is needed on a specific issue. The next step of the process is turning an idea into a feasible proposal. This proposal will then be sent to the Parliamentary Council, the body responsible for drafting and publishing law, for the preliminary drafting and printing of the proposal in the form of a bill. A bill is a draft piece of legislation and is structured in much the same way as a piece of legislation, but more on that in a separate video. This bill will then be sent back to the referring party for consultation. The second stage of the process involves the bill progressing through the House of Representatives. This commences with a Member of Parliament sponsoring the bill and introducing that bill in Parliament. Generally, bills are introduced in the House of Representatives, but there are instances where a senator may be able to introduce a bill into the Senate at first instance. Next, the bill will be read for the first time. This is essentially just a formality and involves the Clerk of Parliament reading the long title of the bill, which sets out a brief description and the purposes of the bill. Next, the process gets a bit more heated, and that is during the second reading. During this stage, the members in the House of Representatives will debate the bill, and this is often where you may see arguments between politicians regarding various things. Further, this is a stage where members of Parliament can seek to make amendments to the bill. Following the second reading, two optional stages arise. Firstly, a House committee may initiate a public inquiry into the bill, or alternatively, a consideration in detail may occur, whereby amendments as suggested during the second reading or public inquiry can occur. These steps don't always happen. The final step in the House of Representatives involves the third reading of the bill. The third reading allows for the bill to be read in the House of Representatives in its final form following the second reading and inquiries, consolidating any amendments that have occurred. This stage can involve debates, although debates occurring in this stage are often far narrower than the second reading. At the third reading, the members of the House will vote on the bill. If a majority of the members that are present during the third reading vote in favour of the bill, it will pass the House of Representatives. Note, a majority of all 151 members of the House of Representatives is not necessary here. Rather, a majority of the members that are physically present during the third reading. This is an important distinction. Once a bill has successfully passed the House of Representatives, the bill officially moves into the Senate. Here, during Stage 3, it essentially starts and repeats the entire process again. We firstly introduce our bill into the Senate and have it read for a first time. Next, the bill will be read for a second time and debated by senators in much the same way as the House of Representatives. We then again have the option of allowing the bill to be reviewed under public inquiry via initiation by a Senate committee, as well as debating the bill in detail and including changes and proposed amendments for the House of Representatives to consider. It should be noted that the Senate acts as a reviewer of the House of Representatives, so they generally review any legislation in depth. Following these stages, the bill will then be read for a third time in the Senate, following which senators will vote on the bill in its current form. Again, if the bill receives a majority of the votes of the present senators, the bill will pass the Senate. As a quick side note, where the House of Representatives and Senate disagree on a bill, it can pass back and forth between the House until an agreement has been made. In some instances, a bill may even be set aside where an agreement cannot be made, or a dissolution of Parliament may occur, which is outside the scope of this short video. Once a bill passes both the House of Representatives and the Senate, the final bill will be sent to the Governor-General for royal assent. At this stage, the Governor-General, who is the Queen's representative in Australia, will sign the bill on behalf of the monarchy. Once the bill is signed, the bill will become an Act of Parliament and officially a piece of legislation. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you are curious to know more about the creation of national legislation in Australia, be sure to check out the links in our description box. Please also remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let us know in the comments what you're interested to learn next.